Joyce Gibb, and today I'd like to talk to you about pesticides, and specifically the dirty dozen, or the foods that have a lot of pesticides on them, and the clean 15, the 15 foods that specifically don't have as many pesticides on them. So the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, is a group of people that do several things. They evaluate our food and sunscreens, etc. And every year they come out with a dirty dozen clean 15. Previously, apples were top on the list. This year it's strawberries. I know a lot of people are disappointed to hear about that, but strawberries can be pretty concerning as far as eating them when they're not organic. You should always eat organic strawberries. The foods on the dirty dozen certainly should be eaten organic as much as possible. So they evaluated 38,000 produce samples, and they found that nearly 70% conventionally grown non-organic fruits and vegetables were contaminated with pesticide residue. And the one that is the most shocking are the strawberries. And so the strawberries they looked at had 230, it says more is not always merrier, and that's one of the things it says. But so they identified in all these food groups 230 different pesticides or residues of pesticides on this food. The winners, or I say the worst one on the dirtiest dozen, are the strawberries. 98% contamination of strawberries, and 1/3 of all these samples contained 10 or more pesticides on the strawberries. I mean, that's a lot of pesticides sprayed on the strawberries. And 22 different pesticides in one sample were really bad. The next one is spinach, non-organic spinach. And it has high concentrations of this neurotoxic, it's called permethrin, which is actually used to treat head lice. So that is being sprayed on the spinach. And it contained almost twice as much pesticide residue by weight as any other food on the list. Nectarines, they contained 15 different pesticides. These are still all the ones that are on the dirty dozen. The 4/5 of all conventionally grown apples were found to contain diphenylalanine, a pesticide that has actually been banned in Europe. Over 96% of grapes tested positive for pesticides. Peaches averaged 4 different pesticides per sample. 1/3 of all cherries contained a pesticide that was actually banned in Europe as a possible carcinogen. We're getting down there, almost done. Pears not only contained pesticides but fungicides. Tomatoes had 4 different pesticides per sample. More than 95% of sampled celery tested positive for pesticides. Potatoes had an herbicide that inhibits sprouting. Rounding out the dirty dozen were sweet bell peppers, and they found that those pesticides on there are pretty toxic. They actually added one more to the list. That's really actually 13. And those are the hot peppers. And there was a trio of toxins that have been banned from several other food crop groups. So the good news is the clean 15. So the clean 15, they say avocados head up the clean 15 list with less than 1% found to contain pesticide residue. Now these, remember, the clean 15 are the ones that potentially you can eat without those being organic. Corn was squeaky clean, they said. Less than 2% of the samples have any detectable residue. But the EWG reported that corn is grown from Roundup Ready bioengineered genetically modified seeds. So, always try to buy sweet corn organically if you can. 90% of pineapples got a clean bill of health. 700 samples of cabbage, only 2 contained pesticide residues. 80% of both frozen sweet peas and papayas had no pesticide residue. 78% of mangoes were clean. 3/4 of all eggplant tested were pesticide-free as long as honeydew melons. 65% of kiwi were pesticide-free, and then 60% of cantaloupes were good, and cauliflower and broccoli used to be 50% free of pesticide residue, and now 50 to 70%. So the things you want to avoid: strawberries, spinach, nectarines, apples, grapes, peaches, cherries, pears, tomatoes, celery, potatoes, sweet bell peppers, and hot peppers. Remember, those are only organic. And the Clean 15, which means you do not have to do these organic unless you want to. Avocados, corn, pineapples, cabbage, onions, sweet peas, papayas, asparagus, mangoes, eggplant, honeydew, and cantaloupe melons, and cauliflower and broccoli. So as much as you can, it really benefits your health. Remember, all these pesticides have to go through your liver to be detoxified, and I would recommend, as much as you can, you can always look up the Dirty Dozen Clean 15. I'm going to recommend we put that on our website, and you can look that up also. But thank you, and I'd love to help you on your journey to good health. If you have any other questions, please feel free to call for a consult. Thanks. Thanks for watching. If this information was helpful, hit that thumbs up button down below. If you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below, then ring the bell next to it. Also, if you know other people that you would want to share this link with, please do so, because I would love to help them on their journey to good health.